Hey guys, welcome back to Bearded Lumber. I forget all the time, my name's Eric Champion, and youngest son Matthew Champion works with me. We're going to have some tech tips on this wood-mizer LT35 fuel system. So hang on and we'll be right back. Okay guys, we appreciate you tuning in today. If you're on wood-mizer Facebook page, you'll see me and several others across the country commenting a good bit. I'm on there all the time, as much as I can be. I still got to run a business. But I have seen a lot of people here lately having troubles with a Kholer Commander and fuel issues. And my mill is a 2014. It's got 1,400 and something hours on it. Yeah, for the first 7 years, we didn't use it a whole lot like most people, mobile milling and stuff, but we're really putting hours on it now. That being said, probably a month ago, I started having a little problem. It'd be running great, and it just start kind of lean out, like it's running out of fuel, and then it's kind of straighten up and go on. Maybe a day later, it'd do it again. And that's where my problems began. And it's taken nearly a month, probably a week and a half of really being aggravated with it and spending money. Like I say, it was having some starvation issues. I bought a new fuel pump, you know, Kholer. It comes pre-made. It just works off a rocker shaft on your valve train. Bought one of those, put it on, thought I fixed it. You know, went fine for a day or two, then it started acting up again. Well, I had a bunch of the little inline filters, and I said, well, I'll change filter. Maybe it's a little too restrictive or something, so I bought, you know, a $10 cleanable filter. Didn't fix the problem. Well, next step, you know, it's about time, so I put a set of spark plugs in it. Didn't help it. Let's see if you can see it here. The quick disconnect on the tank, you know, it leaks a little bit occasionally. So I thought that might be suspect. Matthew had one off his boat. It's a little quick disconnect. It's a pain in the butt to use, but put it on there. Thought it helped. It didn't. Problem come back. What else? Oh, put a new air filter on it, of course. It was time. So the motor had new plugs, new air filter, new filter, new fuel pump, different twist lock there. And then yesterday it just fell apart. Started doing the same thing again. I've even had the carburetor apart. Took the carburetor apart, cleaned it out. There was nothing in it. 10 years of running, there wasn't a speck of dirt in it. There's a little solenoid. If you turn your mill on, if you get up there and listen real quietly, you can hear a little solenoid click in. These Kholers have a fuel solenoid that if switch is not on, fuel won't flow. And it was a little sticky, you know, it had a little gum on it. I cleaned it up. Didn't solve the problem. The fuel line, you know, we blowed through it, blowed all the fuel through it, sucked air through it, didn't, you know, couldn't find nothing wrong with it. Finally got to the point yesterday, it just wouldn't run. So got frustrated, took everything apart to where I could get to the fuel line, pulled 6 feet of fuel line out there, took the pocket knife and slit it in half, checked it from end to end, no pinholes, no nothing. But it was, I'd show you a piece, but it's over in the trash bin. It was kind of spongy. So I told Matthew, I said, we're having a, and the other thing, I could get it running and reach over there, the fuel line past the fuel pump, I could take power pliers and kink it off, and as soon as I did, the motor died. It didn't even have enough fuel in it to keep the fuel bowl full. So I told Matthew, I said, I'm done fooling with it. I said, we're gonna put a fuel line on it. If it don't fix it, it just eliminates one more problem. So we went to the parts store this morning, got about, I don't know, 8 foot of fuel line, rerun it through there. I went ahead and changed the line from the fuel pump down to the carburetor while it was in there, even though it's a pressure line. And lo and behold, solved the problem. 10 years of this ethanol fuel had softened that line up enough to where under a gentle vacuum, it was closing down, and it would aerate inside the fuel filter. You could see air bubbles coming. And just for a little tech tip, while I was in there, we put a brand new alternator belt on, because to get it on, you got to take the cover off, alternator off, all this other stuff. So while I was in there, we threw a new one on it. It was stretched almost to the point I don't think it had another tension in it. So while you're in there, do something else. So that being said, guys, I see a lot of people having trouble with these on wood-mizer forums. They're asking questions. It quits, it stalls, it does different things. Change the fuel line. I think this ethanol fuel is doing a number. I mean, don't get me wrong, wood-mizer had an excellent hose on there. They had a Goodyear hose. This is Gates hose I put back on, but they had a Goodyear hose. It wasn't some foreign hose from somewhere else. It was a top quality hose, and it lasted 10 years. So if you got any questions on that, drop them in the comment section below. I'll be glad to answer them. It's not hard to change the fuel line. On this 35, there's a bracket here, and about right behind the motor, there's another one. And it's just loose enough you can pull it out, and with the alternator and that bracket off, you can feed it right back through. So you really don't have to take nothing apart. Put a couple zip ties back in there because your diesel line runs there with it. So there you go. Maybe that'll help you guys. It's been an aggravating month for me chasing it down.
Okay guys, a little extra on our fuel problem we were having. It was more than just the fuel line collapsing on itself. We were also having issues with a seal on the carburetor, so we ended up just getting a new carb seal kit and getting that put in. And then a few days after that, we realized that our alternator wasn't giving us full charge. It was down by like half a volt, and it was messing with a lot of stuff that we had going on. You'll see something about that alternator showing up here pretty soon.
Second tip of the day. I get people all the time telling me they just love what I do. They wish they could do it. Wish they could sawmill full time. Let me tell you some of the secrets to doing it, guys. I woke up this morning thinking about work. I'm gonna go to bed tonight thinking about work. Now, I do other things, but you know, it's top of my mind. When I had a corporate job, I told them when I left Friday, I said, if the place burns down, I won't be here Monday. And that was literally true. I did Sunday afternoon about 6 o'clock. I said, oh crap, I gotta go to bed, get up at 4 o'clock, go do that again Monday. But this kind of work, it's on your mind all the time. I have an extended network of customers, hundreds and hundreds of customers, and you try to keep a lot of that in your mind. I hate when a customer pulls up and I have to ask them their name because it's been so long or whatever. So you try to get all that information in to keep it. It's 7 o'clock on a Friday night. I'm not at Outback, not at Applebee's. I'm not out riding my Harley. I'm here finishing up the day, trying to finish up a customer's order, but I got one big white oak left I gotta get to. And I cleaned the shop up. Here comes Leroy checking in. Yeah, you can see the trash box is full. The floor is clean. I'm not the cleanest person by any means, people. I'm not a clean freak, but I do like a clean work environment. And I think at the end of the week, you need to clean up. And it makes me feel a lot better. Normally I might saw a little bit on Saturday, but Matthew and I got somewhere to be tomorrow. And if I get back in time, I really need to sharpen some blades. So I won't be doing any sawing tomorrow. So it'll be Monday before I come back. It's nice to walk in on Monday morning. The floor's clean, the mill's clean, it's all greased, it's all lubed, it's ready to go to work. that's your tip of the day, being self-employed, people. You got to put the effort in, especially in the first few years. You know, it consumes a lot of my time, a tremendous amount of my time. But I love it. I worked in the corporate world for 35 years. I run delivery 10 years with a beverage company, and then 25 years with a food company. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. It fed my family, it raised my kids. You know, it allowed me to buy this wood-mizer. Allowed me to buy a lot this year. But that being said, I don't miss it either. I miss the individuals I worked with, but not the job. This job I love. I knew from the first time I watched a guy run one of these, probably 15 years ago, I like that. That's something I could do. And when I got to a point I could financially afford it, I bought this one. And I haven't regretted it. Matter of fact, Matthew and I are looking forward to buying the next one. If you're listening, Daryl, I'm on a LT70 electric. That's going to be our next upgrade. You know, we're adding the shop over here. We're getting 480 volt service, and part of that was for a mill expansion one day. So that's going to do it, guys. I greatly appreciate you watching. By the time this video comes out, we'll be over 4,000 subscribers. I just can't tell you how much I appreciate it. If there's anything I can do for you, you know, drop comments, questions below. I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.